listeners, I'm Madhura Nejjur, Assistant Vice President, Research and Outreach at ICRA Limited. And through this podcast, I'll be sharing our views on PLI scheme. ICRA has recently published the third report in the PLI series, capturing PLI scheme progress and Capex deployment over years. The government PLI scheme have had encouraging bids across sectors. However, the deployment of Capex is expected to pick up only in FY24 for more than 80% of the projected investments. This is because of recent development of large-scale projects like semiconductor. Based on our calculations, the annual Capex from the PLI scheme are expected to cross Rs 1 trillion from FY24 and may peak at Rs 1.7 trillion in FY26. Hence, FY24 could be an inflection point for increase in India's manufacturing capex. In some of the sectors such as mobile phones, electronics, food products, wherein production has started over FY22 or H1 of FY23, the impact is visible in increase in export data for these sectors. This can be primarily attributed to PLI schemes for these sectors. Out of the major pending Capex deployment, semiconductor and ACC batteries form 70%. The Indian semiconductor and electronics sector is expected to grow at a CAGR of 30 to 35% for the next 5 years. Further, regulations by the US to limit exports of semiconductor and chip making equipment to China will benefit India going forward. There are around 5 applicants under the semiconductor and display fabrication PLI scheme who are expected to manufacture around 1.2 lakh wafer per month. The government has set up India Semiconductor Mission to support these applicant entities. For ACC batteries, PLI scheme has been approved for 3 entities. The government may increase the PLI outlay for the same as done in solar modules. As the scheme has witnessed additional 40 GWh capacity applications in the initial bidding. The government is also contemplating launching PLI scheme for few more sectors like containers, electrolyzers, power transmission equipments, etc. This is to ensure manufacturing capex continues to remain elevated beyond FY26. However, in the wake of rising input cost and unfavorable economic conditions, execution delays in certain sectors could be a concern. Thank you for listening and stay tuned for upcoming podcast.